Dr. Sagar Bhattad, MBBS MD. He is the first DM in India in pediatric clinical immunology and rheumatology specialty. He is a renowned pediatric immunologist and rheumatologist in Bangalore. How to increase immunity in babies?
As an immunologist, one of the favorite questions that I'm faced with when I talk to parents is how can one improve immunity in their babies? I think the first thing parents must understand is what is immunity? What do you mean by immune system? I often love to compare this with our army because we all know army protects us from our enemies. In the very same way, a body has got an army of white blood cells, which is our immune system, which is the defense mechanism that protects us from the bad bacteria, the fungi, the virus, and whatnot. Now, this immune system, God has gifted us, and we have it right from the birth. But then, as as you would expect an army to get wiser by understanding how their enemies behave, our immune system does adapt. That means every time our immune system faces a challenge, a new bacteria, it produces antibodies and it becomes much wiser to handle the bacteria in the next go.
What is this myth about immune boosters?
Do you know Indians spent 15,000 crores on immune boosting products the last year thanks to the pandemic? And are you aware it is projected that the Indian immune boosting product market would soon reach $347 million by the year 2026. Do these immune boosting products really boost immunity? Do they protect our young children from infections? Do they really provide the right kind of boost to the immune system that we all want them to do?
When does a newborn's immune system develop?
Each one of us is born with an immune system. However, at birth, this immune system is immature, and that is why newborn babies, if they catch any infection, it can quickly turn into a serious infection. Now, as the baby grows and faces newer challenges, the bacteria, the virus, they start producing antibodies, and this is how the immune system adapts. And with further challenges, the immune system gets mature and is able to tackle further pathogens very efficiently. Now, there are several factors that would influence how is one's immune system. The most important factor would be the genetic makeup, but on the other hand, the exposures, the environmental exposures do make a big difference. Why I'm telling this? Because many parents would want to keep their children in sterile environment, which is not good because every time you get a cough and cold, every time you get a viral fever, the immune system matures. Your child is getting better to handle these infections in future.
How long do babies carry their mother's antibodies?
Antibodies are transferred from the mother to the baby, in fact, right from the pregnancy. What I mean to say is that during the fetal life, there is a lot of transfer of antibodies from the mother to the baby, especially during the third trimester, that is the sixth to ninth month. And in fact, after birth, the breastfeeding is so important. We keep highlighting that the first 6 months has to be exclusively a period of breastfeeding. This is because breast milk is rich in those antibodies. And do not forget the first day milk, the colostrum, which is yellow in color, thick, and very rich in antibodies. All babies must be fed this colostrum.
How to increase immunity in babies?
Now, how do we increase immunity in babies? Now, this is kind of a very favorite question because everyone is interested these days in immunity and wants to boost immunity in their kids. Now, there are two important things I would want to highlight here. One is the exposures, the environmental exposures, and second thing, naturally, the food, because I'm sure everyone wants to listen what food to give to their babies. Now, when it comes to exposures, many parents feel that protecting their children from infections is a good thing to do. I don't think that's a wrong thing to do, but then keeping your baby always in a sterile environment would negatively impact the immune system. It is very well proven now that those children who don't get any infections in their early childhood develop a lot of allergies as they grow older. That means a little bit of exposure to viral infections would do good. That is the first thing, the exposures. Now, why not take your baby out in the sun? The sunlight would give you the right kind of exposure for production of vitamin D in your body. Fresh air. I'm sure these days cities are polluted, but then taking them out of the city for a walk would help get your child some fresh air and help them develop their lungs. And then, as I told you, a bit of viral fevers here and there, a bit of cough and cold here and there. Every time your child faces these kind of infections, the immune system matures, more antibodies are produced, and this is how you build a stronger immune system in your baby.
How to boost immunity with food?
What food would boost immunity in young children? Now, before I answer this question, let me tell you all those immune boosting products that are available in market, I would say most of them is a marketing gimmick. And you'll be spending your hard-earned money making sure these companies make money. So what I'm trying to say is that whatever is cooked at home is the best food for your baby, and that is the immune boosting product for your baby. But let me highlight certain basic principles here. Number one, we say at least in the dinner, 50% of your diet has to be green vegetables. That would be a very important source of vitamins and minerals. Cutting down on sugar and junk food is very essential. If you really want to add some substance which will boost immunity, let us go for citrus fruits. The lemon, the oranges, which are a very rich source of vitamin C. And why don't you use turmeric? Now, turmeric, I would say, is essentially a compulsory ingredient to Indian dishes. Don't you remember your grandma telling you when you had a cough or cold, add little bit of turmeric to the milk and it will help you? And that is the truth, because turmeric has got a lot of antioxidants and helps you get rid of these infections faster. There are a lot of other good foods like almonds, or you could say broccoli, papaya. So there is a long list here. But what I'm again trying to highlight is that a balanced diet is what we all need. There is nothing called a superfood. No food in itself will boost your immunity unless it is taken in the right mix. So we are all born with an immune system that is immature, but it gets matured as we get exposures. So do not really fear fever. Common cold is something that we all have grown up with, and all these common viral fevers really boost our immunity. That's number one. Number two, a healthy balanced diet is what we need, and do not spend on those packaged immune boosting products. And when I say do not bother when your child has recurrent viral fevers, naturally the question should be, when should you bother? When should you really think that your child's immunity is low and you must meet an immunologist? There are definite warning signs, and if your child has one of these warning signs, you must consult an immunologist. So look out and watch out for another video on warning signs of low immunity, and those warning signs, if present, an urgent consult is warranted.